Yesterday, we had a large severe weather outbreak happen in portions of Texas, and today I'm going to be going over all the damage reports that were sent into the National Weather Service from this event. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, starting off with the overview here, we see all of our damage reports. We had 2 tornado reports, 13 wind damage reports, and 8 large hail reports, okay? So we can see that most of these are centered around Texas here. There are a couple in Oklahoma, but mainly this was a Texas outbreak, and it's not just like one little area in Texas. It was kind of the entire state of Texas that saw this kind of action. You know, we got wind reports from Houston all the way back up to Amarillo. We can see that we do have our 2 tornado reports right there in the red circles in portions of northwest Texas. I was live for both of these tornadoes. They were both very small, very weak, but they were there. A lot of the damaging wind reports were kind of scattered around Texas, like I said. Some up here in northeast Texas were more significant, but then we also had some down here in southern Texas near Houston that were pretty significant as well. Alright, so we start off with the tornado reports here. We see that one of them comes from 1 mile south-southeast of Sagerton, and one of them comes from 5 miles east of Sagerton. That's because this supercell produced 2 different small tornadoes, likely. They both were not on the ground for long and were luckily both in pretty rural areas, but one of them did head for the Haskell, Texas area, so we're waiting to see some damage reports out of that, but so far nothing too significant. Alright, next up we have the hail reports, and we see that we actually had several hail reports that were pretty significant here. We had all 8 of these reports were 1-inch hail or larger being reported here. We had several reports of 1.25-inch hail here, okay? Some in Kinney County, Texas, some all the way up in Harmon County, Oklahoma, some in Childress County, Texas, just kind of scattered around 1 to 1.25 hail inch reports, or what we have here. No super significant hail damage reports, but overall just some large hail in general. And finally, the damaging wind reports, okay? So all 13 of these gusts were pretty significant, okay? We have a lot of gusts over 60 miles per hour here. We have one coming from Cottle County, Texas, from a measured gust of 63 miles per hour. We have a 64 mile per hour gust here from LaSalle County, Texas, that recorded a gust to 56 knots, which is 64 miles per hour. And then we have all these other 60 mile per hour gust here. We see that in Bandera, Texas, a social media report of a tree down, which is blocking a street in Bandera, time estimated by radar there. We see that there were trees and power lines down in and around the Columbus area in Colorado County, Texas. So a lot of trees and power lines down. All right, we see here from Kendall County, Texas, large tree limb down over North Main Street. So mainly just tree and power line damage is what was observed from the damaging winds in this event, which is good because while that's not, it's not great to have power lines and trees down, that's whenever you start to notice your winds getting to severe limits. But if they get too much higher than that, that's when they can start producing some more significant damage, but it does not look like they did much of that. Here is a picture of one of the Haskell, Texas tornadoes. We can see that this thing was actually pretty skinny looking, but it does look impressive at some moments. Okay, there's several pictures of this thing. So it definitely wasn't the weakest tornado we've ever seen, but luckily it did stay in a very rural area for the most part, and no major damage occurred from this thing. That's going to be it for today. If you guys did enjoy this severe weather breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know if you want more content like this, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.